Alright, it's Colum again. I'm here to explain a couple of beefs that I've got. I'm wearing, as you can tell already by now, I'm wearing a New York Giants jersey. I rooted for the Giants both times that they played the Patriots and beat them in the Super Bowl. I don't support their organization like the Seahawks, like I do the Seahawks, or like I did the Jaguars. I'm more encouraging other people to support the Jaguars. I've always been that way because they're not really my team. If I don't support the Seahawks, which is the original team, NFL team that I got, then that doesn't say much for me. But anyways, but I'd like to root for NFL. Sort of a Mr. NFL. I can't say I'm Mr. NFL, but I'm one person who is one of the Mr. NFLs that knows a lot of history about the NFL. Probably just different stuff that this guy might not know, and then something that I might not know that that guy might know. So it's just accumulation of people that gather information and stuff and knowledge and how to talk, the lingo. So anyways, I like supporting them. And the coach, I like the coach. They're all right. He did kind of crappy last year, so I kind of understand what Tiki Barber was saying, but I really don't want to beat down anybody's throat or talking too much NFL. I just wanted to clear up why I'm wearing a New York Giants jersey, pure pulse, because I rooted for the New York Giants when they played the Patriots. And I'm back to not hating the Patriots. I don't hate them. They just, it's not do what you got to do at all. If you're not gonna play the game right, maybe you need to get out of the NFL. But anyhow, that's all I'm gonna say about that. I wanted to talk about a series of things that happened, transpired, and why I have not necessarily a beef, but why I'm like looking at some people, and they're all from kind of coincidental, but they're all kind of from New York or up north. Oh, except for one. Except for one is from out west, from where I'm from. He's actually from the Midwest. I'm from the West Coast. So, anyways, we're talking about these these beats that I use from people. They're free beats, and when I go and I look for a beat to use, I look up in the search engine for free beats. And not only that, but right here, you see the song? Here's the song. I use this beat right here. I put it in here and at least encrypted it in here or whatever, embedded it in here so that people know where I got that from. I don't make any money off of here, and I did not make this channel a a channel that make money. I don't make money off of it. So again, about ads, if you guys are getting ads on this, it's really kind of baloney because if you're not paying or if you watching ads doesn't add up to, let's say, if you're contributing to me and you would expect me to make some money off of this shit, I don't. I haven't made a dime. I don't make shit, and I don't ever intend to. I don't ever plan on making a dime from the music industry. I'm gonna kill it somewhere else in life. It's like athletes and freaking got an injury or something. I don't know if it's because I'm too old. That's why it compares to like being an athlete that got injured that can't really play. You know what? But there's something about it in particular that I'm good at it. I consider myself one of the best rappers I've ever heard of in my life. But I won't ever make any money. As far as I know, I will not. I'll make money off of a movie, being cast in a movie first before I'll ever make really any money off of rap. So I just want to let people know that it's kind of a doggy dog thing right now in the world with rap. But when I go in here, I look for, free West Side Connection type beat, Public Enemy type of beat. These are just searches that I've done before in the past. Let's go to my channel and I'll see if I can pull up any of the most recent ones besides that. You go to history and then chopping it up and just rolling blunts. So I got a new playlist, and unfortunately I deleted all of my old videos, every single one of them that are, because these are not the best quality either, the 7 that I have up there right now, but they're a lot better than the last ones and they bump. So that's where it's at. I had to change from having thousands of views to only having a little bit of a view, to only having roughly about 130 views now on this channel altogether. That's all that it says that I had, because I erased all my old videos. I've got some videos on here now that I'll be able to put on another playlist though, that are all shit that I do around the hacienda here, with my chickens and stuff and animals. Here's one. Right now we have somewhere around close to 20 chicklets right now. This is a different time. Bella's got 5, I think, right now, and then she's competing with 3 other chickens right now that all have babies. She's really good, mom. Yeah. And they're all from different birds. They're not all from that one bird right there. It's all different. But I got those videos up there. Are my own personal videos that I made, so they go into where you could make money legitimately if people were interested in that shit. But I got it screwed up right now because I didn't know. I wasn't a technical worm geek on YouTube. To see all these different channels that I have now. So I've got one, I talk about politics on independent media. Generally, I just talk about different bullshit that I think is bullshit, even like poor to the military, anything I think people are getting shitted on. It doesn't matter what, politically really they're on. Because I am a person that can see through bullshit real quick. I don't even have to talk to a person. All I have to do is be confronted and have a person right in front of me, and I can tell you, I can tell you a lot about the person. If I feel good, then I'll sit there and I might try to get to know the person, knowing that they're a good person. But if they're evil, if they're up to something, I will get angry and I might fucking get pissed off and I'll walk out the door. And it's a handicap that I have. Seriously, like, fucking, from since you were a child, you had autism. I'm autistic. So that's what happened. I got the shaft. Why I kind of give the government a lot of shit and don't like the government. in particular, not just the bullshit that's true that people should not cater to. Um, but what they did to me in particular is on a personal level. When I was 3 months old, they gave me somehow they gave me two shots, not at the same exact time, but at different times to leave the country, immunization shots, and it fucked me up. So I was really fucked up, but you could tell like I wasn't normal, but who is normal anyways? And not only that, but I didn't ever fight to have friends or anything like that, or ever feel like what's wrong with me or anything like that. When I did, I wondered what was wrong, and I wondered what the fuck forever until I was like 35, and then my mom told me what happened. So I went my whole life without even knowing that that shit happened to me. But knowing all too well the consequences for that happening to me and how people had treated me, and I was just an honest person because there was you're a handicap. What do you think a handicapped person is gonna be? Some kind of evil villain or something? The next Lex Luthor is gonna be autistic. Yeah, right. Yeah. Okay. So I got excuse me. I got expelled a lot. I got thrown in private schools, all different kinds of schools, special kinds of programs. They put me in classes for kids with behavior problems, not for handicaps. So now they might focus in and be able to, work and treat directly on autism or whatever. But back in my day, they threw you in not a box, but it kind of was because everybody else at your school or wherever you were knew that, and they would use that against you. When people bully people, they have that over you. So constantly just feeling like, what in the hell is wrong? And I didn't ever really think about it too much, but it's like a being buzzed, like but still being able to control all of your functions, without dropping a cup or you know tripping or anything like that. You still control all your functions. You pee and poop everything just right. But what I'm saying is, um, you have a certain when you're autistic like that, or whenever somebody does something chemically to you and they fuck you up, you feel a certain kind of a buzz. There's a buzz like energy. It's almost like you're exuding radiation out of your body or something. It's not hard to describe at all. It's just like that. What I said, you're like buzzing, and it's painful sometimes too. Um, but that's something else, a different thing, and I don't want to start talking about something else that had happened to me, and then uh, have them both join together like that because they're two different subjects or more than just one subject. It's the topic of my father getting being exposed to Agent Orange in Vietnam really bad. It almost killed him in the 90s, and I had it, and it also caused me problems. So it was like being a dyslexic, autistic person that was it just caused me a lot of learning problems. So I had a lot of learning disabilities and was like a special needs child, a special needs person. So not to make fun of special needs people or me or anybody else that had problems in the past, you know. I actually went back. I just kept going back when I had the chance. The school gave me an opportunity back home to go back and work towards my high school diploma, or even get a GED if that's what I wanted. Until I was 21, the school and the system did work with me, but it's just like a lot of other different things from the government. You have to go and explore and know how to work those programs and how to get involved in them, because they're not going to come and hit you automatically and then you're taken care of. You have to figure it all out. You know, I'm a Republican, but I've not ever been down on anybody for any reason, like whatever. I just don't want people cheating and being manipulative. Um, so like they have to, even if that you think you have to use the government, because so like the government's helping me out. The way I look at it, with me personally, anyways, is I feel like like they kind of own me a little bit. If they're taking care of me and I can't function and take care of myself, is all what this is all about, anyways. I would guess. You know, you're fighting yourself, telling yourself it isn't, but it probably is. I mean, more than likely, everybody just wants to be successful, and if you have to depend on the government, they're gonna screw you. You're gonna be owned by the government. I want to be recognized for being an autistic person so people can't fuck with me. I've been fucked with so much on so many different levels and different things and different occasions. I want some legal representation. So I prefer to stay um, kind of where at least the government knows where I'm coming from, and they need to get all the facts and understand what happened there. But this isn't all necessarily about me, but it is. It is when I'm getting to talking about my beefs and whatnot. Um, and then I was gonna talk about myself also. So I guess that's basically one for myself right there, and his channel. So now we'll get to my channel. That was the other part. My channel, I just explained. See, there's 129 views, and I only have 14 videos now. I went and erased all those other videos. These other videos are chickens, my chickens and stuff. They do some gnarly stuff. I'll turn the volume off here. I don't know if you can even hear that or not, but you gotta see this. It's some crazy stuff. We'll start it up where they're at. I found a bunch of harvester ants. There's these big bull-looking ants. They were in my compost heap, so I just dumped the thing over. I like working with organics. Organics is where it's at. Here we come. We got the ducks involved too. Watch these ducks. These ducks are bad. But anyways, I had to delete those videos. I had no other choice. See, look at them. That's dope, huh? These animals are gonna come in here and work these ants over. They ain't got a chance. The whole colony and the ant, and if the queen was in that bin right there, they just killed the whole colony. There's nothing that colony could do about it. A lot of these birds right now are they're sitting, creating new life. So we've been blessed tremendously on the hacienda. I just went out yesterday and mowed the lawn. It took me about 20 minutes, and we have an acre here. About 20 minutes, and we've got grass growing up here, finally growing really, really nice. Where in Florida, you have to cut trees down a lot. There's hardly a single type of grass that grows well under trees. It might have to do with the part shading from the sun. That's what most people think it is. But it also has to do with not having water reach it, I'm sure, because I know that a lot of the problems with grass or anything in Florida in particular around here is because the ground dries off so fast that unless it's some kind of made up soil, where I'm saying is like grass builds up, it'll make a certain kind of soil underneath of itself for itself. It's a pattern, so it can grow itself more grass out. But the ground underneath of it is like that right there. It's not sandy like it normally is or should be in Florida. It's organic and it's taken care of. Um, Sort of like treated soil. It helps retain the moisture. I like having moisture retaining type of soils like anybody would, but I don't really like it having too much different kinds of wood particles in it. Um, because wood produces what you'd say those mushrooms, wood shrooms and whatnot like that, spores. They spore out, and that'll kill your grass too. There's so many different things that'll kill your grass that I know. It's too in depth for me to really get into all of that. But so anyhow, I'm gonna get into California harvesting. I'm gonna get it. Excuse me. Right now, I'm gonna get into the beef. I explained my channel a little bit. I had to do some things different, and we might lose this channel. I don't know what the copyright thing is all about, but every once in a while I'll get a copyright thing popped up on there. And as soon as I do, I delete the video right away, so it's not like they cling on to like more than one warning video, or you'd say, it pops up a copyright notice on you or whatever. I haven't ever kept more than one on there. I don't keep them on there anyways. I haven't had multiples, is what I'm saying, before I delete the thing. And no matter what the song is or whatever I think about it, if it comes up that way, I always deleted it in the past. And then I deleted all those other videos. I'm not really concerned with them or that right now. I rap whenever I feel like it. I don't come up on here and push myself to do it. I've done it since, the 90s. Freestyle rap even. So I really don't, I really don't, what are you trying to say? I don't know what I was trying to say. When I rap, I'm not trying to necessarily do that for money either, really. Honestly, I just like doing it. And it's like anything else, if you think a person's talented, then maybe the person should get, maybe at least offered by somebody, a contract. But is the, is the, hip hop world or the rap world or whatever, where we're getting these beats and these tracks and our rappers these days, is it is there complications with the industry that's leading people to be more technically doggy dog? So like instead of like back in the day where if you like stole somebody didn't like you or like you taking my words or something like that, or maybe threaten you or something like that, but definitely not, sue somebody's ass, take them to court or whatnot. But that's all good. You look at if I rap on let's say I do a track with the same beat, you take an instrumental beat and you have the same sound, but you use different artists, you use me and then you use somebody else. You know, there's people that would prefer me over other people. And if I hit a note, let's say I hit note after note after note, and people are like, "Damn," you know, and I didn't do nothing wrong. Like, it was flawless. You know, then I definitely can make a point right there that there's gonna be other artists that will be jealous to the point where they'll be like, "Oh, you can't use my, you know, my sound, even though you know, our music is 20 fucking years old or some shit." You know, say the first one that I had a problem with was Biggie Smalls instrumentals. So now you got to keep in mind that if the people, if I, unless they were given permission and the Biggie Smalls Corporation or people or whatever that business was, label was, gave them permission to download that right here on YouTube, then they could get out of not being in jeopardy. They're definitely not going to get paid for it, but they could close your channel. You know, and I don't know if they're going to close multiple channels, you know, of mine. But I'll show you what I did. Hold on. I built multiple channels. You seen that? YouTube. I'm gonna put this back on the screen. I didn't know that it was up. I thought that I'd have to pull it all the way up, back up again. You know, where you have to start up a channel or whatever. But here it is. Okay, here's all my channels. So I can rap on this one and be Rapper Legend, Sir Colum. And then I got my other ones, Strange Talk, Phenomenon, Third Party, Content. I sent this guy to subscribe to that. That channel could get kicked off. And all the point of this right here is I'm just saying, when it comes down to it, if they kick third party match content because he's got multiple dings on his thing showing up that he's got you know, a content label warning on his music, if they bump third party content out, if that's going to kill all these other channels. I hope not. I kind of doubt that it would, because I don't see how it wouldn't. Because up to this point, these people like YouTube, you know, independent individual places like that let you do this shit would get technical themselves, and I don't see them, you know, still being, you know, doing something that might seem primitive to the nature of their particular site. Like, say, when YouTube just started, maybe you would lose all your channels, but since we are to where we're at now, all the technology and everything has done us a favor to where I don't think that that would happen. So, anyhow, I gotta explain the beef. So, Biggie Small. So I had a copyright notice pop up there. If other people use that for different things or whatever, the Biggie Smalls, like going back to Cali or um, any of his beats, they use just the instrumental. You could use that for various things, but I'm just saying that a copyright warning popped up on that when I did a rap on that. And when it happened, I didn't even care, because that's what I've been saying ever since a Wu-Tang Clan song did that to me. And again, I say anybody, any rapper that raps, have them rap on one beat, have these other guys rap on that and see who sounds better. You know what I mean? So you're going to I was gonna argue that for when I get my own beats again, and I'll have a copyright warning on that shit just to be a prick, right? I'm gonna say let it be told if he raps better on it, so be it. If they rap like crap, I guess so be it too, because what are you gonna listen to? Are you gonna listen to me if I nail it on a track? Or somebody else who, maybe rap pretty good, but they're not as, favorable. People don't like them as much. I think it's, no big deal to probably go ahead and just let them use it. If that's what they want to do, why not? So, and on YouTube, what does it matter? It matters who's most popular, who gets the most likes, who gets the most shares, and stuff like that. Anyway, so it sounded like a real kind of like bellyache and crybaby kind of ass thing to me. And I also had a Tech 9 beat come up like that too. And I wasn't even really feeling the rhythm on Tech 9's beat. So all of those there are a free. There's free ways to do all of this. I'll show you. And this is how I do this. If I was to say, okay, I want to use Biggie. I say Biggie Smalls. Oh, so beat, right? There's one thing where you go free. It could say like, oh, free bird cock dog little dog out in the wind. Could be a song or something, and they're like, oh, I wasn't free. See, because they don't say free on them, you know? You have to keep rolling until you actually, I mean, you could try these all you want, but I'm just saying I put in free Biggie Smalls type beat because just felt like trying to find one of Biggie's beats to rap to. There's a lot more Tupac that are free out there for you to use than that. And I haven't had any trouble with any of these other artists I've used, from MC Ren to Ghetto Boys. I mean, to Public Enemy. I've tried to find all these different other rappers, and in the search engine, it's helpful with all those other guys. But whenever you get to Biggie, for some reason, there's a copyright warning label on it. Tech 9 hit me up with one of those. It's just a frustrating moment. So I'm saying, yeah, I kind of have a beef with those people because I think it's chicken shit what happened there. So Wu Tang, Tech 9, and Biggie Smalls, um, those are not uh, definitely people that are inspiring. Those people ain't gonna inspire me jack shit. They ain't gonna do nothing to inspire or inspirate Sir Colum on that jack shit, shitty shit. So then, okay, now I got a problem with Everlast too. So the problem that I had with Everlast was on a fucking social media. He come up on my fucking Twitter account as Everlast fans or some fucking bullshit shit. Like I said, some bullshit shit. Because why say that? Because I know that there's others out there that are doing the same thing or whatnot. But the deal is, if you're on social media, um, you can't really run from people telling you stuff. So here's my AKA Sir Colum. Chris Colum. I go by Chris Colum because I can. My name is Chris Columbus Lanham the third. 3. But I go by Chris Colum. Anyways, Everlast came on here and followed me a long time ago. I don't even know what I was going by at the time. But dude comes on here, follows me. Everything is all good until I asked him a question. I seen him. I was watching Kelly Mays. Kelly Mays, female rapper, girl, lady, woman, person. She's awesome, right? She's a really cool chick. I seen her interview. It might have been on her Twitter page or something like that. It showed her talking to this guy right here, Be Real from Cypress Hill. And anyway, so then I started watching on Facebook every time Be Real would have one of these interviews. He'd pull up in his car or something. He'd drive to where these people were or something, and they'd be smoking out. And he went and he smoked out with Everlast, and he did an interview with the guy. And all I said to him was, I said to this Everlast fans thing or whatever that was on there, like it's not directly related to him. Fine, if it's not, whatever. It's hard to believe that him in particular, even that he doesn't have anything to do with that shit and that social program site or Twitter page or whatever. Everlast people, um, they they unfollowed me or even blocked me or something when all I asked the motherfuckers was, how come you guys did an interview? And I didn't even say it like that. I said, oh, you did an interview, and I was trying to say what was the beef that you guys had before. When they said House of Pain ain't down with us, and then he did an interview with Be Real. So all you could think of was to block a person or something like that, when most people in their right minds would either ignore some shit. I mean, it would have to be something that really was, I mean, touched your ass. I mean, really touched your ass good. You were touched. So Everlast got touched by fucking Cypress Hill, and then he went back years later, did an interview with Be Real, which I thought was cool. I didn't think nothing of it, but now I'm like wondering what the fuck. Everlast seems like a fake ass motherfucker. I'm not gonna give him too much more beef, except some of them faggots, they didn't know what I was talking about, and I was saying, fuck him. I don't want to see no fucking Everlast or House of Pain bullshit, and goddamn it, I'm fucking Irish. I'm pretty sure another thing is I'm a Protestant and he's a Catholic, and I don't really. I get more. I'm more historically at this point not Catholic, yo. I don't. I support Protestant type of ideas, Pentecostal, um, speaking in tongues type of stuff. So I know I have some dirty rap songs or whatever. I did it because I'm good at it and I felt like doing it. Also show people that I do it. I got skills, but I believe in the Holy Spirit. and take that very seriously. Like speaking in tongues, I believe in it and whatnot, but it's always been um, weird to me where I don't see myself ever doing it. Uh, I would speak in tongues like if God sent me on a mission and he said head out southeast, son, and go talk to this tribe down in what about a Waka one land or something, and God sent me off on a mission, right? Some missionary type of like off. I would believe that I could use the Holy Spirit to be able to communicate with people and to do other types of whatnots, maybe even like exercise people, convert people into Christianity, um, just some crazy powers I really believe that I have as far as that goes. But that's going to be another topic and for another video. Anyways, but just wondering, he's Irish, I'm Irish, I'm Irish Indian. Um, I'm trying to figure out how my dad's dad's dad married a full-blooded Cherokee Indian woman back in the day. Um, when after my grandfather had been alive for a while, he was just around the age old enough to um, move out west from Oklahoma, and my grandma did too. They were part of the Dust Bowl that happened. They were part of the Great Depression. They were seeking employment with everybody else out in California. So they seen a lot of people, a lot of shit, I'm sure. They had been to a point where my dad said that hunger was so bad at the time that they could take somebody's leather shoe or boot and they could cook it and you'd eat it, it would taste good. They could make a he said they could make a leather boot taste good. So that's basically kind of like where um, my Irish and my Indian roots started, and my Irish roots came from. They all went out west. My name is Christopher Columbus Lanham III, and it's a traditional name. It's not just some bullshit that my parents gave to me. They wanted me to be named after my grandfather and my other grandfathers and whatnot. And the name had been Colum before. So the name Colum stuck. I cut the bus off again. This has happened in our family history before. They're called the Colums. I just call myself Sir Colum. Colums. I could say Colum, but it's just like that. The Colums. If you were to say Chris Colum was with his family, and they're all Colums. It would be spelled like that. I'm pretty sure that's how you say it. But anyhow, I'm just saying why I had a particular beef with those guys, and I can understand from a business point perspective goes. So I'm gonna have to say um, that kind of goes back a little bit, backtracks on what I was saying earlier by saying I had a beef with them or being pissed off with them. If I say that I understand that it's a business and if I put myself in their shoes, I wouldn't necessarily want somebody to just come along and be able to take any of my music or my beats or anything like that if it really meant that much to you. But I think it sounds kind of petty. So I would have to experience that myself. I would have to have some awesome beat or some that I would consider something, reason to have a copyright, on it. And then somebody come along and try and use it. I would have to have that happen to me, really, I guess, to know if I would be pissed or not still, not really knowing that. So there's that too. I'm just saying I'm irritated with those people, it's like anything else. I had been irritated with other people, but whenever it came down to it, say like I didn't really have a beef with Eminem, and I just thought he was being kind of a pussy, or started to be really weak, kind of. And he didn't ever, he did Eminem never gave me any problems with my music, so I think that that might be part of being able to do a search on YouTube on their search engine there. If you search for Eminem type of beats and say I want it free so I can use it, um, you're still not gonna probably be able to make. I don't know if you'll be able to make money off of it or not. I doubt it. But until you buy the beat yourself and own it yourself, it's that way. But what was I saying? I didn't ever have no problem with Eminem on the copyright type of notice stuff or anything. And you guys seen that I had hundreds of different beats. So there was more than one, brand and different uh, sites and things you could even subscribe to. These places that have these beats on here, but there's hundreds on YouTube that are free. And I don't know how much the people want for them. Probably anywhere from $1 to $50. It just depends on the place and what the people say and what they think, I guess. But yeah, no, Eminem never gave me no beef. Dr. Dre never gave me no beef with their. They didn't throw a copyright thing on their shit and throw bullshit in your face. Um, or anybody else. So, but these, but out of hundreds and hundreds, and I doubt that it's even, I don't know if it's barely scratching the surface or anything. I'm sure that, I've reviewed hundreds, of, it's getting probably really close to about probably 500 searches, different types of beats that I've reviewed and witnessed already. And, you would say out of 500, there could be 400 and between 420 to about 490, maybe, of those could all be free beats, in a serious sense where you can use them like I'm using them. And then a couple of them might pop up, even if they say they're free, they might pop up and say, oh, you can't use that. There's a copyright notice. And then they're going to instruct you how to delete the video. They're going to want you to delete it. And I've seen a couple sites here recently, and I don't know if it's the amount that you get um, altogether, because I delete each one as they come, or if it's just people that got copyright notice after copyright notice after copyright notice, and they refuse to delete the stuff off of there. So they've got multiple at a time, maybe. Like if they had like three, maybe three might get your site shut down, your channel shut down, and then I don't know how you could dispute to restore it. It'd probably be very complicated, but um, I'm just telling you what I know, and um, that's it. I was compelled to have to explain that, so there you go.